Good morning, everyone. Welcome back into North Dakota today. Well, the North Dakota's Farmer Union State Convention is kicking off next week in Bismarck, and joining us via Zoom to share more about the event is President Mark Watney. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, this is truly such an influential organization within our state and, a really highly anticipated event. Tell us about it.
Well, this is every year we do our annual convention. It's in Bismarck next week, Friday and Saturday. And we have just a lot of topics coming in. We're going to have some marketing stuff. We're going to talk about our restaurants, report on the annual meeting of that. We're going to have a crops marketing seminar, as I said. We're going to have some transition planning on Thursday. We're going to have the Farm Bill update. We're going to have fairness to farmers. We're going to talk about some of our new projects. And then we have our president, Rob LaRue from National coming. And we're confirmed with Senator Hoeven and with Congressman Armstrong to show up and talk about some of the stuff happening out in D.C. area. We also give our members a whole lot of opportunity to set the policy for next year. And that way we know what we're working for. And it's just a great time, a lot of fun too. And looking forward to meeting the members in a setting where we can have good dialogue and good discussion.
How important is it to you to be able to hear from your members in this way?
Well, it really is. This is that time of the year when we take about 3-4 hours and we actually go line by line through our policy. And when those members are there, they get the time to give us that input. And so if they don't change anything, we represent what we did last year. If they do, we represent what they do. And the issues are big. I mean, we got fairness to farmers, we got property tax, pipelines, we have a lot of local ownership, farm ownership, a lot of those issues that are very pertinent. Competition title, we're working very hard to kind of bring some equity back into the concentration uses in our supply chains and our marketing chains. And we're doing a lot of value-added projects, and it's nice to know what the members really want us to work on, and every avenue we can to help that family farm and ranch make more money.
Absolutely. Well, that really is so important for our communities. I'm curious, though, I heard that you have a really great keynote speaker.
We do. We have Allison Van Hoosier, who is coming in to talk about the generations. And I know there's a lot of talk about the differences in the generations, but she brings a little bit better perspective on how you interact and how you make the best of each one of the unique characteristics of a generation to make them fit in with the organization. And I think that's key because we have to find ways to reach out to all our members. And of course, they're from child to a mature adult. And each one of those has probably a different personality traits based on when they were born or whatever. And I think Allison will do a great job. I have heard her before, and she brings some really good stories, and she makes it kind of fun to listen to the differences and then how we interact. And I think that's so important in today's world.
Well, that sounds very informative. Well, we've talked a lot about what they have for the adults, but I heard that there is also a youth convention. Can you fill us in?
There is. So we provide daycare for the really young ones. And then for the age that can move around, we try to hold it in a little bit of a format of a youth convention. They have a lot of fun, though. They get to hear part of the convention. They get to do some stuff on their own. They go to some movies or bowling or some of the activities that are fun. So we bring them in and out of the convention, get them out to some great activities. They get to be with young adults from across, or young children across the state. And we have some door prizes for them at the end. And it'll be a great time. And the kids always enjoy it, and it frees the parents up to be able to pay attention at the convention a little bit more and do the stuff they like to do and enjoy.
Yes. So I'm curious, is the convention open to the public?
No, you do need to be a member and come in. And of course, membership is really inexpensive. It's $30. And of course, that gives you opportunity to get our newsletters and to be able to do a lot of the events that we post. So yeah, you can become a member and come in and certainly listen and participate. There is a convention fee. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is, but and obviously that pays for meals and the right to listen to speakers and so forth.
Mm-hmm. And why would you really encourage members to attend this event?
Well, it's one of these things where if you don't participate, others get to set the agenda. And I think that it's so important that if you really have passion for an issue and you want a farm organization that has that ability to get that information, whether it be state legislative or federal legislation, or even on a world setting. I mean, I'm traveling here later today over to the big COP28 for climate, and we're going to be over there representing our farmers. You're telling them that you can have farmers help with storing carbon and doing the things that help climate, but you need to compensate them. You need to find ways where they pick and choose. You got to find ways where it fits the geography they're in. So we're going to be representing the farmers the best we can to be part of that system, but also be rewarded for what we do.
Well, that truly is so important, especially in our region. So how can people find out more information about this event?
If they go to our website, it's www.ndfu.org. If you're a member, we have an app now, and it's fairly unique for a nonprofit organization to have an app. But you can register for everything. You can get latest news. You can get stuff about our youth camps. You can get stuff about anything we're doing, updates. You just go to the app, search it out, whether you got an iPhone or a Droid or a Samsung or whatever you may have. You can get it, and you can learn all about us. And of course, having that access to information and being able to pick what you want is kind of the way apps should function, and we're very proud. So a good way to get the information.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, and thank you for what you do. I appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. All right, everyone, stick around, because coming up next, we take a look at a concert coming to downtown Fargo this weekend. We have all the info next.